Foxy. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, we will be starting momentarily. Just waiting for the host to come in. I love seeing people pull up. So before I play this song, okay, KL's in the building. How you doing, sir? Before we get started, I just want to play this song. You know, I try to support whoever and whenever I can. And this brother, I've watched him grow into a poetic monster. And he wrote a song about depression. And I just think it's dope. So, you know, I got the permission from him earlier, so don't worry about it, wise. We're not gonna get sued, you know, for infringement and none of that. But ladies and gentlemen, this is Poetic Boy D, Ayo Depression. I'll be right back.
Ayo, depression, I think it's time you get up out my life. And I don't think I ever tried to ask for your advice. I think it's time you leave my mind and find a new friend. This the end. I never want to hear from you again. Ayo, depression, I think it's time you get up out my life. And I don't think I ever tried to ask for your advice. I think it's time you leave my mind and find a new friend. This the end. I never want to hear from you again. Ayo, depression, I think it's time you go, cause this ain't what I need. I think you know, this here is my home and I think you should leave. Listen, bro, I'm ready for change like them on New Year's Eve. You ain't my bro. I'm ready for change like coin slot machines. This time I grow. You've been starting growth before I was a teen. This time I glow. You ain't let me shine, not even in the least. Basically, been controlling me in every breath I breathe. You tried to get away with murder like your name was Annalise. But listen, D, you controlling me is now finished. I only feel limitless when you try to list the limits. And the people that's hearing this will do it cause I did it. And I bet that you're furious. Suicide won't be committed. Just forget it, let it go. You gon' reap what you sow. You gon' be on your own. I'm gon' take what you owe. Just in case you ain't understand because I switched my flow. Listen close, I'ma say it slow. Let me clear my throat. Ayo, depression, I think it's time you get up out my life. And I don't think I ever tried to ask for your advice. I think it's time you leave my mind and find a new friend. This the end. I never want to hear from you again. Ayo, depression, I think it's time you get up out my life. And I don't think I ever tried to ask for your advice. I think it's time you leave my mind and find a new friend. This the end. I never want to hear from you again. Ayo, depression, I hate you, got no time for being calm. All these years you were my fears, really had me in your palm. Shed some tears when you were here, couldn't even tell my mom. Every time I pictured myself happy, you would photobomb. Ayo, depression, I'm taking all that I would ever take. Get out my face, listening to you was my biggest mistake. And now I break the chain that you had tied around my waist. No longer waist deep inside the time you let me waste. Ayo, depression, I can't believe I let you take a toll, but I'll kill you if you ever try to lie beside my soul. Happiness is all I know, I don't know you anymore. This the best decision that I made since I was 24. You ain't nothing, I won't let you win this war. Man, you bugging, think I'm bluffing, you be laid out on the floor like Andre said you should've known. Cause right now my heart is cold, on your way to the exit, please don't forget to close the door. Ayo, depression, I think it's time you get up out my life. Ayo, depression, I never tried to ask for your advice. Ayo, depression, I think it's time you find a new friend. Ayo, depression, I never wanna hear from you again. Ayo, depression, I think it's time you get up out my life. Ayo, depression, I never tried to ask for your advice. Ayo, depression, I think it's time you find a new friend. Ayo, depression, I never wanna hear from you again. Ayo, depression, I think it's time you get up out my life. I don't think I ever tried to ask for your advice. I think it's time to leave my mind and find a new friend. This is it. I never wanna hear from you again in your depression. I think it's time to get about my life. And I don't think I ever tried to ask for your advice. I think it's time to leave my mind and find a new friend. This is it. I never wanna hear from you again. Goodbye, depression.
Yeah, okay. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Okay, I see we got both hosts in the building. All right, welcome and welcome to the Martin and Malcolm Experience. I am one half. I am the real actor, writer, comedian, poet. Used to be a stripper till I had my baby. I didn't get Zeke to the barbershop. That's my birthmark, which is why I normally try to keep it bald. And my co-host, my brother, the Bayesian Bear, ladies and gentlemen, Wise in the building.
Poet, asshole, barber, father, published writer. That's it. I ain't got no more time. I mean, I probably got a few more titles.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna mention them. But yeah, we here.
You can
I am the Martin to the real's Malcolm, and we are here to bring Black people together, to bring all people of color together to discuss various topics going on in the Black community, topics that we should talk about more, that we don't usually talk about as much. And like he said, I'm the other half, the yin to his yang. I'm the more handsome one, the one with the beard, you know.
Hold on a second. Can y'all please say hi to my daughter? She's going crazy. Oh, Jesus.
Hey.
See? Okay, everybody said hi.
Hey, Mama.
All right, they know you 5, baby. They remember. All right, can I do the show now? Yes. All right, see you later. Close the door. Woo-wee. Anybody want a 5-year-old? I'm trying. Yeah, sorry. So today's topic is about health, both mental and physical. These are topics that in our communities, I believe to not be common threads for conversation. Like I remember when I was growing up, if you saw somebody walking down the street and they was bugging out, it was either they were strung out on drugs or ain't nothing wrong with him, he just acting crazy. And as I got older, I realized that a lot of us are dealing with a lot of mental issues, emotional issues that, you know, affects our health. Like a lot of people on here know, in 2018, I had a massive heart attack, and then I had 2 more following, like 6 months apart. And that's when I started to pay attention to my physical health. In the process of doing that, I learned the connection between my physical health and my mental health. Like the saying, you are what you eat, is that's one of the realest sayings that I ever can hear. So tonight, we have 2 amazing guests that can speak on these subjects. One, I know the brother for many, many years from football. I watched him lay a few of my people out. Ladies and gentlemen, Todd Brown, the founder of Brown Water DETOXES. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Todd Brown. Say something to the people, bro.
Hey, peace to the people, man. Glad to be here. Y'all know I love this type of things here. I'm glad to be a part of my brother, the real. I've been waiting to do this for a real long time. We follow each other. We A-likes, and it's official now, baby. It's official.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes.
And the other guest, wow, me and him go back like LeBron's hairline. He is many things. Among those, he's my mentor when I need someone to go talk to, who knows, as the church people say, who knows my heart, but knows how to talk to me. He also blessed me to be in he blessed me in the first steps of being a published author by being in his anthology Wordplay. He is a counselor. He is a father. He's just a smooth, big dude, ladies and gentlemen. This is KL Belvin of BRAVIN Consultants, ladies and gentlemen. Please say something to the people, KL.
Hey, blessings, everybody. I'm going to take you on the road with me, man. I love that intro. Blessings. No, I'm happy to be here. As Real said, I wear a lot of hats, and so I'm hoping just to bring something to the table that somebody can take away and use tonight and pass on to somebody else, because great knowledge is like great food. And we have to heal the mind if we're going to heal the body, but we also have to be able to heal the spirit. And so what we take in actually feeds all three. So I'm going to try to bring something to the table tonight.
Oh, this feels good. And I needed this, man. I don't know about y'all, but this was a crazy Monday. I went to the laundry, and I normally don't go early. I went early. I'm in there. This woman walks past. And you know how you look at some people and you can say, yo, she used to be bad when she was younger. So I'm putting my clothes in, and some just said, look up. Shorty was smoking crack, broad daylight, in the laundromat. I gotta get out of Brownsville. I got to get out of Brownsville. But yeah, let's move into today's topic. A lot of people nowadays, right before the COVID, I saw a lot of people starting to get into detoxing and apple cider vinegar and stuff like that. For me, I had started all of that once again after the heart attack, but I don't feel confident enough in saying why it's important to detox. I know why it's important for me. So, Brother Todd, can you let the people know why it's important to detox, and is there different types of detox? Like, and I got a good question. I'm gonna wait till after you say what you gotta say. Okay, you gotta unmute. Wait, hold on. You're on mute. There you go. All right.
You hear me? I'm
Yep.
gonna start with my journey and what it did for me. When I first started this whole health journey and veganism and all of that stuff, I was in a serious bad state of mind. You know what I mean? I was in a state of depression almost, and just not focused. I was feeling down on myself. You know what I mean? So I had to make a decision on what it was I had to do. You know what I mean? So once I started taking the studies and the genius and the incredible teachings of the master, Dr. Sebi,
Hey!
and I started doing it on myself, and I seen the difference in my mind. First and foremost, my mind changed. I was a totally different person. I did a whole 180, man. You know what I'm saying? I did a whole 180, not a 360, because you know you come back to the same place you are in
Right.
a 360, but
Right.
a 180, man. I didn't look behind after that. So once I started detoxing my body, and I had a couple of defects from playing football, like inflammation in my back, and my feet, you know, the gout started coming in.
Right.
So once I started detoxing my body, cleansing my blood with certain herbs and eating raw fruits and veggies on the detox and the herbs, and certain amount of days you do the detox for, you can feel it. Your mind opens. Of course, your health gets better. Any type of ailments disappear. Disappear. This is actual factual. The brother left us the game, man. It's actual factual. So people started taking heed. You know what I mean? Especially now, when the era of information is here, and we have this information where we know Western medical is not it right now. You know what I mean?
Right.
We got to get back to the roots and the real healing of our bodies. You know what I mean? And so once it started making me feel better, I put it out there. I said, you know what? I'm gonna help people, and I'm gonna set it up already where it's already ready, and people are gonna take the detox and feel incredible, and it's been incredible for me, and for me seeing people get their health back, man, through
Right.
my detoxes, and that's what detoxing has done for me. It's done wonders for me. That's all. That's the truth, man. You
Right.
know.
Right.
Yeah.
I know a little bit about it. Like I started doing intermittent fasting,
Mm-hmm.
and I started with the sea moss and bladderwrack. But I'm not gonna lie, the pandemic, I rekindled my relationship with Pepsi. We broke up yesterday though. We broke up yesterday. I swear to God, we broke up. So I know that I know that a detox, it works. Like in flushing the toxins and stuff out of your body. I never realized or knew about the mental aspect of it.
Mm-hmm.
But I have a question, and it's a hood question because I'm a hood dude.
Here we go.
Yeah, y'all know
Let's
it's coming.
go.
Y'all know it's coming.
Let's go.
Can I still smoke weed while I detox?
No.
Damn.
What you can do, you can infuse it in tea, but it has to be regs.
Okay.
It can't be the new shit. You know
Now,
what I mean? Excuse my language.
Yeah, I don't do the cat piss. I don't do the cat piss. Nah. No, sir.
Right.
They call that shit loud. They need to call it stank.
Right. Right. So you can get your greens and you can infuse it in your tea and drink it as a tea, sip it, you know what I mean? Depending on the THC of the green, you'll feel a nice buzz, you know what I mean? But once we smoke it and you're detoxing, it throws your detox off to the toxins you're trying to flush out. Once we put fire to weed, it becomes toxic, you know what I mean?
Right. Okay. All right. So how often, I know it goes according to your diet, but roughly how often should a person detox?
Well, now that depends on, like me, I do long stints. So the people who are on long stints, they're gonna do it quarterly. Now, people who are doing like 5-day regiments, 7-day regiments, they can do every other month.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Every 2 months. So boom, 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, 12 months, like that. You know what I mean?
All right, cool. Okay.
But me, we do 30 days or 2-week detoxes. We do it 4 times a year. You know what I mean?
Right. Okay.
4 times a year. But every other person, I recommend. Say a person is doing 3-day 3-day detox, full regimen detoxes. I recommend they could do it every month. You know what I mean?
All right. So now you say full regimen detox. What exactly is that? Like,
okay, so my full regimen detox, I start with people who first start detoxing. I start with parasite cleanses, which is 3 days. Then you do the parasite cleanse. You're eating raw fruits and veggies throughout the day, and throughout the 3 days, you're eating no cooked foods on the parasite cleanse. Then once you finish those 3 days, you eat clean for another 3 days, and you get onto a blood cleanse. Eating clean consists of just going vegan for those 3 days, and then going back into the detox, which is called the blood cleanse. Like on which one of my detoxes, I attack parasites. So on phase 2 of my detoxes, the parasite cleanse comes with the blood cleanse. So you'll be taking 2 jars a day.
Okay.
Then so on, you do that for 3 days, no cooked foods, raw fruits and veggies off the food list I send you. And then you get off of that for 3 days again, eat clean, then you go into a full body of my detox, which is the parasite and a full body tonic, which cleanses all of your lungs, your heart, your blood, hair follicles, you name it, all of your basic needs for your you know,
Mm-hmm.
I'm dumbfounded right
get all your rooter to the tutor cleaned out. I got you. I got
now.
you.
Yeah, right,
All right.
right.
So now,
Yeah, while you stutter and think about that, I got a
yeah.
question. So your parasite cleanser, brother. Is
Mhm.
it pills, powder? What is it? What does it consist of?
I infuse my herbs.
Okay.
I combine the strongest parasite herbs together, and it's already infused, and I send it in jars in the package.
Got you.
Like say you want a 3-day parasite cleanse, I'll send you 3 jars in the mail, and with the I'll send you the manual, the food list, examples of foods, examples of smoothies, green juices, etc. on the while on the detox, which you can eat. And it's excellent, brothers. It's excellent. As the real knows, you know what I mean?
Yeah, man. Shout out to those detoxes, that CMOS. Listen, if you've never taken that stuff, yo, let me share this, like real talk. When I had the heart attack, it was a massive heart attack, right? So the first thing they wanted to do was throw me on medication. They gave me medication, like basically I would be taking medication 6 hours out of my day. As somebody who knows that those medications don't do anything but create more problems, I was definitely looking for something to do so that I didn't have to take it. I didn't want to be an idiot and not take it and then mess around and die, you know, and then I'm like, I could have been around a few more years. So I wanted to find something. So I'm on Facebook, and Troy, shout out to Troy, Godbrother, yeah, he helping me get my beard right. He was boiling sea moss, and I was joking. I said, "What type of voodoo shit is that you cooking?" And he said, "Nah, it's not voodoo." So he broke it down to me, and then I went on YouTube and I watched like 4 different videos on Dr. Sebi, and I'm like, yo, I've been eating crazy. Then I read about how humans are not supposed to digest cow's milk. And how mucus plays a part in our sickness. That a lot of people don't understand and think about the things that put all that mucus up in you, and that's why you stay sick and all of that. So I took a shot of the sea moss, and you know, if you read all of the benefits of it, you're gonna find something to make you go, oh, really? So, you know what I mean? Especially the guys. Hey, it's good to keep the yang up. Anyway, so I took it, and no lie, in about 2 days, I felt a difference. And I felt it at the gym, which surprised me because I got hyped. I thought I had actually got that strong, like that much stronger in 2 days until I added those extra plates, and I realized, no, I just have more energy. But I know that it works. So ladies and gentlemen, please, if you are not detoxing, please do so. We eat, especially if you're not vegan, we consume a lot of stuff that we're not supposed to. Cow's milk. It's a lot of stuff. But before I call up KL, and before I close it out with Ty, real quick, ladies and gentlemen, people of color, especially us dark-skinned people, pay attention to your vitamin D level. Yes. I learned this in the hospital. Vitamin D is so important to us. And if you are dark-skinned, you are already born with a deficiency. If you are obese, you already have a deficiency. And these things cause heart attacks and a whole list of other stuff. But one thing that it's been tied to is depression. And it's funny because, yo, I keep it all the way tall. 2 weeks before my heart attack, I was literally contemplating suicide. I didn't know why. I just knew I didn't want to be here no more. Stress, whatever. I didn't want to be here no more. I didn't know what was wrong. When I went to the hospital for the second heart attack, It was an old Caribbean nurse. I don't know where he was from, but the accent was thick, Naman. And he broke down to me about the levels and blood. And when he got to the vitamin D is when I started to pay attention. So ladies and gentlemen, especially my dark-skinned people, my older people, my stocky people, yo, pay attention to your vitamin D, please. So Ty, you can close it up. Anything else you want to let the people know? Tell them where to find you, how to get the detox, and we're gonna move it right along.
Yeah, last but not least, what I was gonna punch on real quick is the mental side of detoxing is the most important part. It helps the mental. It helps calm you down. It just helps you get mellow. It just helps your cells and everything calm down and stop fighting the bad cells. You know what I mean? That's what's going on inside. It's just a war going on inside of your body where your cells, your good cells, are trying to just get those toxins out of there. You know what I mean? So that's where the fatigue comes in. That's where the stress, that's where everything comes from, what you put in your body. Everything.
Yeah. Okay, real quick, Ty.
That's where it stems from. Yes.
We had a question. Are vitamin D pills excellent or calcium pills? From what I read, no. Get it natural. Right. But Ty, you let them know.
Right. Me personally, I do nothing with pills. I don't recommend pills. I don't do nothing with pills. Everything I do is natural. Go outside, get some of that hot sun, sit down in it, sweat in it, sit in it, and love it. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
I know it's hot. Get you some alkaline water and just sit in it, read your books, meditate, do whatever you want to do in the sun.
That's the natural detox. People don't know sweating is the natural detox.
Yes.
Natural.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah, you guys can find me on Instagram at Ty Brown _H2O. Facebook, I'm just Ty Brown. My detoxes, I made them affordable for the people. You can compare my prices and whatever. You could go and you are gonna know that, yo, he got the best one, and it's the same thing that everybody else is doing. I'm not gonna charge the people crazy. You know what I'm saying? I love my people. You know that.
Right. And that's what's up. And shout out to Dion Bradshaw. She's one of his clients. And I can tell she's one of his clients because she spells just like him. She said, I'm a client of Ty's. I can say there is no weed involved in any of the brown water detoxes. I know you won't get Hennessy drinkers, but we'll convert them somehow, some way. Ladies and gentlemen, that's Ty Brown. Please follow this brother. Please support him. He's a good brother. Oh, and he can put you on to game about that Bitcoin, but we're not gonna talk about that.
Yeah.
About that here. You know, they watch it. They watch it. We can't, you know.
No doubt.
I done seen a white van in front of the projects for 3 days, so I'm already nervous. Yeah. So
wait, right quick. Yo, Ty.
Yes, sir.
You're gonna hear from me before the end of this week.
All right, brother. All right.
Me and my wife usually do detoxes here and there. We do like maybe 3 to 4 a year. You know what I'm saying?
Wonderful.
I had this joint that I was doing with the old church that I used to fuck with. Anyway, but I'm looking for some new shit. You know what I'm saying? So
all right.
You're gonna definitely hear from me.
Got you, brother.
I
appreciate y'all. I appreciate y'all, brothers, man. This is super dope, man.
Yeah.
Appreciate that. Ty, yo, do me a favor. Write your IG and stuff in the chat because people want to catch it. And you know, I didn't smoke weed and play football for years, so my memory ain't all that. So yeah. All right, ladies and gentlemen, once again, please support that brother. And yo, like we gotta support good black. We can't just support black. We gotta support good black. Speaking of good, you know what I mean? Speaking of good black, I want to bring in the next host. I mean guest. I don't know why I keep saying host. The next guest. Mr. KL Belvin, this man, if you talk with him long enough, you're gonna get some insight. I promise you. There's not a topic that he can't touch where he can give you some insight, and is judgment free, which is what we need in life. We need people that you can talk to and there's no judgment, especially men of color, because we are judged by everything and everyone. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Keith K.L. Belvin of BRAVIN Consultants, ladies and gentlemen. How are you, big dog?
I'm good, baby. I'm good. And I appreciate that about the judgment, because I think that's one of the biggest mistakes that we make with each other, is that we can't seem to sit with each other and not get past the initial judgment, instead of realizing that we can be different and still be on the same fight. And that seems to escape us. And unfortunately, we spend so much energy battling each other that we don't have nothing left for the real oppressor in many forms. And so this is what happens. So I appreciate you saying that, my man.
Yeah, well, you know, I know personally, because, you know, we've had conversations about things that we ain't supposed to be talking about as God people. And, you know, one thing I always say is you kept it honest, you kept it tall, you know what I mean? And not for nothing, I think that men, like, everyone needs that. You know what I mean? But let's keep it a buck. Women, like, they're born into that, into the oh girl, let me tell you what happened, and having the counseling sessions and, you know, all that. But dudes, like, we find our refuge in video games and toxic shit. Because
hold on, let me jump in there, and I'm gonna tell you why I'm gonna stop you.
Okay.
Dudes do the same thing. They just don't invite the topics to the table until a cat is seriously hurt. So what happens is, so
okay.
I want to say that is because dudes are as bitchy as chicks. Now, I don't like to use that language, but they are.
Right.
And so what happens is we do the same thing, but it doesn't get real until a cat is hurt. When a dude is sitting there hurt, then every dude in the room is like, damn, son, what happened? And now everybody wants to be a junior therapist. But as I say all the time, if men spend as much time trying to talk about love and their families as much as they do with LeBron, their money, and getting coochie, we would be in a much better place, but we don't.
Okay.
So often we don't talk about love at all. And the sad part is when a man step up and say, I really love my woman, every nigga in the room call him soft. Wait a minute. The man said he loved his woman, but every other dude disrespects him for saying he loves his woman. So our mindsets are screwed to begin with. So we have to fix that, because we'll spend energy on who's better between LeBron and Jordan, but we won't say, how can I be a better husband, better father, better man in my community, until something happens. So it's skewed in what we actually see, because no one's actually taught us to deal with it until there's crisis. Then when there's crisis, everybody running around and they need somebody, and then they got the regular Negroes that they show up to get on television to try to help the crisis. But a lot of that crisis we create for ourselves, and we can fix it.
Okay, so you say that we create it for ourselves. While I don't buy into that whole thing, I do know that a lot of what we go through, you know, it breaks down the options.
Okay.
But like, all right, let me see how to say it. Like, I feel like not defending. I don't want anyone to think I'm defending. But there are men out here. All right, this is the way I'm gonna do it. You know, I'm trying to find the right one, because I see women, and I know my sisters of hue, they will come at me, and I already had that with the crackhead smoking in the laundromat. I don't want that. All right, here we go. Right now, what I see is an imbalance in energy. And I think that now more than ever is playing a part in how we, both men and women, are acting. Like, case in point, there's a video of a woman who was celebrating that ACS took her kids. 7 kids. And she's, ooh, it's turned up. Ooh, bald head, bitch summer. She's doing all of this on social media. Then we had the whole entanglement thing. And I watched social media, and I watched how it became a high five. Yeah, girl. But if the shoe was on the other foot, the energy would be different. And like, it's like, I think a lot of times it breaks down to feeling valued, if that makes any sense.
No, I got you, but the problem is you're looking at the topical part.
Okay.
And again, I'm gonna get back to what I'm saying about that's us. First of all, Will and Jada shouldn't have been at the forefront of our thoughts to where what they actually do in their relationship matters in ours.
Ah!
Second,
Hey, say it again.
Second, going back to the chick with the kids being taken from ACS. First of all, blame the dude that got her pregnant, or the dudes, because again, that had to be created with the help of somebody else. It wasn't all her. And then you got to look at where a lot of folks come from. A lot of times we're looking at the outcome, like the headache. Oh, I got a headache. The headache ain't the problem. The headache is the result of something that was put into motion inside your body that created the problem. So if you don't fix that, the headache will keep coming back, or it'll come back in a different form. But if you deal with whatever the cause is, well, then the topical part disappears. A lot of times on social media, first of all, you're meeting people's representatives anyway. So you're not dealing with real folks. And we're reacting to facades, and then we're chasing rabbits down imaginary rabbit holes, and then mad that we didn't catch the rabbit behind something that wasn't real to begin with.
Talk to him.
When the reality is, why are you spending so much time on social media when your own relationship is effed up? Watching somebody else in an effed up relationship, judging them when you can't even turn and judge yourself because you're not comfortable with who you are. So at the end of the day, social media has exploded because it gives people who are already hurting a place not only to continue their hurt, but now to hurt others, and then gather together. So you have groups of hurt people sitting around high-fiving each other for being in pain.
Correlating hurt.
The person that has the most likes is the person that's hurting the most, and now we celebrate that person. Why? It makes no sense. And then
Correlating hurt. That's what's up.
We make celebrities objects of our affection when most of us have never met them. And again, we also know that everything on social media is scripted. We know it because any one of us that's on here in business knows you got to make sure you got the right clothing when you get on. Okay, but that's not how you might be in your real life. Your wife might sit if you're having problems in your marriage. You know, the minute you go to a party, let's get this right. Let's just get through the night. Okay, but that's not dealing with the problem. See, you and I've talked many times. I don't sugarcoat anything. That's the same way I was in the classroom. Right. I can't teach a kid anything. I can offer knowledge. It's on the kid to decide if he wants to let in what I'm offering. But what I can do is how I shape, how I give that knowledge. If I try to jam it down his throat, of course he's not going to want it or she's not going to want it. But if I make it pleasurable, if I make it entertaining, if I show by example, now a kid goes, wait a minute, you're a project dude? Yes, I am. You're from 40 projects in South Jamaica, Queens? Yes, I am. But why do you sound like a white man? Because your head is twisted. Because you thought me mastering the English language is white. So that's where you're screwed up. But now let me show you how we can unravel that. So the idea is that we have to start at where at the base.
Nah, you muted at the wrong point. There you go.
I'm back. When I counsel parents now, I'm here to counsel the kid, but I work through the parents. It's the same way when I taught in the classroom. If I don't understand where this child comes from, I can't reach that child. But if once I see that child goes home to a really divisive and negative home, well, then I'm going to teach those parents through the child. Take this home with you. Go home and tell your mom this. Go home and tell your dad this. And the judgment part is what we have to get away from. See, social media is based on judgment. When you turn it off, when you got to talk to me directly, when you got to see me personally, now you can't play games with me. Now you can't try to flip the words with me. Now we can talk. See, social media, I can wait. You say something, hold on. I can wait, go Google something, make it look good, come back. Yeah, Negro, this is why you did. That's not you. You know how many times I've talked to people who are chatty online, meet them in public. And I'm like, wait a minute, you can't stop typing. But then you know what happens? You leave and they type you 45 different things.
Right.
So the idea is, with this skin color, we know that there's an inherent negative that other people feel about us. The sad part is that we have incorporated it so much into ourselves that we have divisiveness within ourselves that we can't even have a conversation. Now, you have Martin and Malcolm behind you, right? The greatest example of two brothers who are on opposite sides of the spectrum but understood the need of Black folks to be free of the oppression of white folks, drove both of them to be assassinated. But yet, the society tells us one was more negative than the other one, so we rock with that. Why?
Right.
But yet, when you get away from social media, you sit brothers down that actually read, go, I like what both brothers was trying to do. Even though I might not agree with one, I agree with the other. This is what we have to do. If we're going to educate, first it starts at home. I left New York City. Why? I left $94,000 on the table as a New York City Department of Education dean. Why? Because I did not want my daughter to start school in New York City schools, because I would have had to deprogram what I was already fighting for 22 years to change. So when people hear her speaking Chinese and they go, she's a young black child speaking Mandarin, yes, that's the reason why I left, because I can control the narrative from home. But if I got to now still fight with the hood in my own home, no, I don't want that for my daughter. So I had to leave money on the table. So I had to make a decision for me. It starts with me. My daughter is not allowed to be on social media because that starts with me. But does she have a cell phone? Yes, because every app that I have is on there for her to do what she does. It starts with us. That's what I was saying to you. Everything starts with us. Okay, the man oppressed us. Does that stop you from learning? Let me tell you what a white guy said to me. I was in a bar with a couple of guys. Let's see, we was in Manhattan. It had to be about, I want to say 96, 97. I was teaching this, so 98.
Good Lord. Good Lord.
Yeah, I'm an old dude. He was drunk, sitting there with the fellas. We talking trash, and everybody trying to figure out where they're going to get laid. And if y'all don't know anything about me, I wrote a book called From Gigolo to Jesus. That should tell you everything that you need to know. It's
Wait, hold on. I can pull a copy up. Wait, hold up.
We're sitting in the bar, everybody trying to figure out, you know, where the panties is, where the action going to be. And the white guy lost his mind and said, you know, it's funny, you black guys are funny. He said, y'all the reason why y'all in the position that you in. So before the dudes that I was with was ready to rough them off, I said, hold on a second, hold on. He drinking, let's hear him out. I said, tell you what, I'll buy you a beer, you keep talking. I appreciate it. And he said, no, seriously, y'all are the problem that y'all have. Y'all are the reason why we enslaved you. And I said, okay, it's making it very difficult for me to keep these guys from roughing you off. I said, but go ahead, continue. He said, yes, white people are evil. Yes, white people have enslaved you. He said, but library has been free since the 1940s. He said, so if we kept you from going to school, we didn't keep you from going to the libraries. You kept yourself from going to the libraries. He said, so if I took one thing from you, or my people took one thing from you, how come you didn't go get it somewhere else?
But I can't ride with that one only because
hold on.
Okay.
That's his philosophy. What I'm saying is that the point is he was saying we had options. And this is a cat that's on the other side of the fence with the oppressives. So if you fast forward it to now, no time in our history of people of color have we had greater access to knowledge. So why are we doing worse? That's not the white man. That's us. Because if you can spend listen, on your phone, it says your digital health. If you check your phone, it'll show you how long you've been on your phone and how you've been using it. Right. So if your line is blue and you've been on Facebook more than anything else, well, then what are you doing?
Wasting time.
And this is what we have to do for each other, is we have to consider our time is the weapon. Our knowledge is the weapon. And when you combine those things, you become dangerous. That's why Martin and Malcolm were murdered, because they started to move people's consciousness to go, wait a minute, this can't be right. Because what people don't take into account, Martin was murdered, Malcolm was murdered, Medgar Evers was murdered, John F. Kennedy was murdered, Robert F. Kennedy and the destruction of the Black Panthers all in less than 10 years. Why? Because the consciousness of a lot of folks started to move into a position where people started to get nervous. So what did we do? Nothing. We yell and complain about it, but we don't do anything. You listening to a project kid from 40 Projects who has 4 college degrees and 2 of them are master's degrees. I have 2 companies. But I have 7 children with 6 different women. So which man you want to hate?
Ooh, shit!
Which man you want to hate?
What's out there now?
That I used to be, or you want to hate the man that I became once I realized that I was effed up as the man that I was? But I can't lose no sleep about which one you feel uncomfortable with, because I got lives I got to try to save. See, the minute that I let go of my own dirt, you can't use it against me. I don't feel bad how about you feel about it, because the people that need me to save their lives know what I'm talking about. Now, if everybody takes a piece of that from their own position, not only does their circles change, you then expand that out. But we're not doing that because we keep waiting for somebody else to do it for us. Why?
Let the church say amen.
Why? Like, and I'm going to be very real. I might be very controversial. What does kneeling do?
Make your knee hurt. You heard Doc Rivers.
It's not that. It's if you're kneeling and then you're going to get up and do. There's a difference. See, some kneel because it's cool. I'm gonna kneel and I'm gonna say BLM because it's cool, but what are you doing? What's your resume? What can you show? Where's the lives you've changed? I can say, I can show you 30,000 kids over a 22-year period that I've tried to change their lives. Why? Because some of the same 13 and 14-year-olds are now speaking to me as 39, 32, 29, 28, 27-year-old parents. Yo, Mr. B, can I get some information from you? So I'm still there with them. So what are we actually doing? So when it talks about mental health means what are you doing with your mind? What are you doing with your body? What are you doing with your spirit? I don't care what you connected to, but is it positive? But we're not doing that. And so the real idea is, how do we uplift each other by protecting each other, by also administering knowledge to each other without fighting over it? I could be a Christian, another brother could be a Muslim, another brother could be an atheist. That don't mean that we can't sit down and protect our sisters walking up the block.
Facts.
I don't understand the difference. What's the problem?
Facts.
I can say I love my wife and you don't have to call me a faggot by it. Why? Why am I a faggot? Because I just told you I love my wife. Well, that's some gay shit.
Because I don't have one.
That's what you did?
Because I don't have one.
But you know what also, though? Also, what we got to think about also, KL?
Yes, sir.
Is who in this black community are we aligning ourselves with? You know what I'm saying? So I don't align myself with people like that.
Thank you.
When I talk about love and I talk about my wife, I talk about my 18 years of marriage.
Thank you.
Good or bad.
Thank you.
Fucked up or indifferent. Me stepping out or not, whatever has happened, the people that I align myself with are there to hold me down. They love that shit. There was something that you just said about which KL are they gonna hate? The one that has 7 kids?
7 kids and 6 different women. But hold on, let me just shape that real quick. Hold that thought.
Wait. No, I just want to touch on this.
But in the last 20 years, 1 wife, 1 kid. So which kid do you want to hate?
I just want to touch on this right quick, right? Because coming from a standpoint that I do not judge people, right? Because I know I'm not perfect. I fuck up all the time. I love the fact about you that you got the 7 kids with 6 different mothers, because you know why? All of that experience and all of that shit that you lived has made you into this man here that I'm listening to today. You know what I'm saying? So if you had not done that, you wouldn't be who you are. You know what I'm saying? So I don't take that as a mistake. None of that was a mistake. All of that shit was perfectly planned. And
I give it freely.
Listen, everything that you said, I'm over here wigging out. I'm fucking geeking out. Like, I got an MFA, right? And I don't think it's enough. I don't feel it's enough. I'm at Verizon. I've been working here for 20 years, but when I leave, I want to go teach. And I don't think this MFA is enough. I want to go get that PhD. You know what I'm saying? But right now, I'm working on my kids. My eldest is going into college her first year. My middle will be touching college next year, and my third is 13. So I want to focus on them right now. But in these next 10 years, I want. Oh God damn! I want to
teach without it though. That's the power of social media. I'm in about a half an hour. I go do my show, Unapologetically Key, and we talk about domestic violence. Okay, and it's a Facebook Live. I'm on like 3 different platforms. But okay, I'm teaching. Yeah, I left the Department of Education, but here's the thing. This is the way I look at it. Anywhere that I work, it's a partnership. I'm bringing my knowledge, my talents, whatever you pay me for. I don't work for you. So, and this is one thing I explain to my wife, and I explain to a lot of folks. Our conditioning is that, okay, if somebody's going to give you $75,000 work for Verizon, okay, that's what you do. But the real question is, what you choose to do with what they pay you is on your own. And you could probably do it for yourself, but not everybody's an entrepreneur, so you don't have to be. But you don't have to wait to teach. You can teach now. You could go and contact a couple of mothers and say, look, I want to teach 3 boys this week. You're going to find somebody and say, sure, just because it's babysitting for some. But the idea is that you could do that. And then you can sit down, and when the mothers say, my God, look at how my sons have turned around from working with wives, they're going to tell 5, 6 others. Now you're going to have to figure out what your location is going to be, because it's going to grow. But the idea is that I don't have to wait for somebody to tell me something. Now, Real said I own BRAVIN Consulting. That's my new business that I just started down here in Delaware this year during the COVID situation. But BRAVIN Publishing has been in place since 2010. I wrote my first book in 2007, published it myself in 2008. I started my publishing company in 2010 because I was in North Carolina and I was giving books away. And the chick said, KL, you give books away? I said, I give books to every person that runs whatever event I go. It's just my way of saying, thank you. She said, I can't do that. I said, what do you mean you can't do that? Well, my company counts the books and I got to pay them and then they pay me. I said, so wait a minute, you're publishing your own book. You got to give somebody back the money? Nah, not happening. So I started my company in 2010. So since then, my wife and I have worked on over 50-something books, 36 that we took from the computer to physical concept. And like Real said, I did 2 poetic anthologies where all I said to the poets was, nothing. Here, just be. You ain't got to pay me nothing. I put up all the money for it because I wanted to give them a chance to sell it. Now, here's what I learned about some of the poets. They're fantastic.
Oh, shit. Oh, here we go. Wait. Listen.
Look.
I got to do the disclaimer. The story you're about to hear is all true. And we still looking for some of y'all motherfuckers. Go ahead, Cam.
I hit dog hollers, but at the end of the day, what I did was, I'm a poet. My first published book was poetry. And so I was one of the poets in the anthology, and my idea was take poets, give them an opportunity to be published, because the biggest mistake I was seeing poets make, they get on stage, they tear it up. You come off the stage, everybody's snapping their fingers, patting you, whatever. You have nothing in your hands. You can't, a CD, I can't play a CD in my hands at the time, but you come off the stage, you have your books with you, and somebody goes, is that piece you just performed in the book? Yes, it is. Well, you just sold 5, 6, 7 books.
Facts.
And you don't have to perform all of your pieces. But again, the point that I'm getting is that I took poets and said, here's an opportunity to be published, because you need to be able to have something that represents your work. And then I made it that the poet made more money than me, because my logic was this: there was supposed to be 12 of us. It turned out to be 11. I'm not gonna name any names.
Yeah, because they thought you was trying to get over.
Well, listen, whatever his logic was, the problem was he said, but he started to ask all the background stuff. Well, what about this? And what about that? The contract this, the contract that. I said, bro, you're laying out no dough, but yet you want to dictate terms. And he said, yeah, but my people wouldn't have me sign this contract. I said, did you read it? It's the basic of all basic contracts. There's really nothing to it except other than that you're going to write the work. Then as he was talking, I said, tell you what, you out of the project, let's keep it moving. Because I don't have time to go through all that. Because I'm not going to debate with you when I'm the financial person putting up the money. Why am I talking to you? And over the years, what I've learned with poets is, and what I've learned for myself, when you choose people to do business with, they have to have a certain energy that they're going to hustle for themselves. Because what I found is that a lot of the poets didn't go out and sell the books because they were so used to performing that they didn't know how to sell. So you may say, what does all this have to do with mental health? Everything that we are, as a man, thinketh as a man is. Same thing with a woman. When I say man, I'm talking about general human. I'm not excluding my sisters. But as we think, we are what we believe we are. You hear the terms, if your mind can perceive it, you can achieve it. Well, these are cute quotes. But if you don't live it, if you don't get up in the morning and say, how can I be this? How can I address what's wrong? When I sit in counsel, especially men, do you know how many men say, I don't have anybody to talk to? But yet you're talking to somebody every day, all these different brothers every day, but because none of them actually want to deal with the pain. Why? Because they haven't dealt with their own pain. So in business, when I created these businesses, it was to be there for people that need somebody to be there. And through the books, it was to give folks an opportunity, because when I watch people hurt, when I watch people struggle, well, you don't have to struggle if you got talent. You just got to know how to monetize that talent. And all of us have a talent. I'm a man of God. Every one of us on this call right here has a unique talent. Well, if you haven't figured out how to monetize it, well, that's not the rest of our faults. That's you not going out and search for it, because all of us got phones. You got 5, 6, now $1,000 phones. So you have access to every library on the planet. How could you not be smart? And my degrees on the wall, yeah, they're cute. That gets me through the doors. The alphabet behind my name get me through the doors. But at the end of the day, how's that helping me on the street when I'm talking to a brother struggling? I got to be able to code switch and make sure that man understands where I'm coming from. So when I say 40 projects, he knows what that is. When I tell him I'm from South Jamaica, tried and true, he understands, or she understands what that is. But at the end of the day, how can I get them to want more for themselves? How do you get somebody to say, I want to be better at what I am? Well, first you got to give all yours up. So I put all my dirt out there and I leave it out there. And I have no problem with who judges me for it. Go ahead, please judge me, because I want you to fall for the trap and actually try to say something about it. And as I told Real before, it's a spider web. I put the spider web out there and go, I'm this. You jump into it if you want to and come at me, because as soon as I got you, now I can take my time like a spider does. A spider doesn't rush to eat. He don't have to.
Hey, yo.
Yes, sir.
Man to man.
Yes, sir.
I fucking love you, bro.
Hey, wait, hold on. That's my mentor. Get your own.
I want to show you stuff. You see the period right there? That's what I'm talking about, the conditioning. He had the precondition, I love you, because we have stigmatized black men saying I love you, that we got to actually say, hold on, don't take this the wrong way. Why? Brother, I love you.
I didn't even steal that, nigga. You gotta take it the wrong way if you want.
Hold on. I gotta jump in here real quick with that. Wait, I gotta jump on here real quick with that. I don't know how many people we got on here, but I need to share this with everybody that's listening. Please, y'all are taking this pause, ayo shit too far.
Yo,
you can't eat a fucking hot dog now? Are you kidding me?
I never used
Yeah, this glizzy shit.
90%.
What is that?
Right,
if I tell a
90%
black
of y'all.
man that I love him, nigga, I love you. Ain't nothing else to it.
Thank you.
If you ever want to,
The only good.
that's on you. But when I tell a nigga I love him like real. It's my
That's
brother.
a
I love
fact.
him. I don't have a problem saying that. KL,
I agree.
That's a fact.
talking right now is speaking to my heart because so much of it is me. I'm 41. I figure you got to be a little older than me, but
52.
like
52.
this is where I'm planning on going in life. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Hold on, real quick. Seriously.
Unapologetically me. I don't give a fuck. My man Sheen is in the room. Sheen, I love that nigga. Like, this is what it is.
All right, listen. Galaxy 8. I don't know who Galaxy 8 is, but they just said, can he mentor my son? He just got accepted to Morehouse, but his friends were not going to college or peer pressure him a bit. Oh, this is not the team. What up, Nap? Yeah. So
Peer pressuring him to what? To not go to college?
probably. You know how it is. Listen.
One of the things that I do is, the answer is yes. What I do is I'm gonna put my actually I think I have it. I'm gonna put my how to reach me, because what I do is the initial call with me is free, simply because I got to be able to sit down and figure out if there's a way that I can help or what it is that you need, because I'm not everything to everybody. I try to be, but I can't. So if I can't help you, I'm not going to hurt you. So the idea is that I'll try to lead you in the direction that you need to go in. But yeah, I just put in the what's name, bit.ly/Coach Keith. You'll go to my page. You just simply sign up for a free discovery call, and we can go from there. Now, the one thing I'll tell you about any type of counseling or anything, you cannot drag a person to me and say, yo, talk to this brother. It doesn't work that way. They have to want. And so, Galaxy, I would say that, Nefertiti, I would say that, is that if he wants to speak to me, yes. Because especially with young men, and Real can tell you, because I'm doing a mentor group right now at the detention center here in Delaware. I just started my program. We started physically before COVID, the week before, and then I think the 13th of March, we had to shut it down. So I've been doing it virtually since. The one thing with young men is when we try to push them into things, they offer that resistance. So what I try to do is expose them through my books, through videos, whatever. Now, once they see me, hear me, if something catches on and now they want to talk, then by all means, they're open. Because my young kings from Brooklyn, the ones that Real came and spoke with, now he came and spoke to my guys at Canarsie High School when I was there.
Yes,
and then,
sir.
534 when I was in Bed-Stuy, he came in and spoke to my younger ones when I was at the middle school. And all of them are doing well simply because they had some type of influence, but you nudge them in whatever direction that you're going to nudge them in. But the real power to any of the guys listening is your women. Settle down and get with a woman who understands you, and you'll watch the whole world change.
Now,
Everything slows down.
Now, and you saying that?
Yes.
I'm a firm believer in guys do not pick the proper woman.
Well, do they know what the proper woman consists of?
And that's what the hell. Listen, can we give them 3? I mean, there's a slew of them, but can we give them 3 qualities to look for so they don't make the mistakes?
Well, the first question is, do you know yourself? A woman can't complete you if you don't know yourself. So first of all, do you know you? Because once you know you, you're going to know what you're lacking, and then you're going to know what to look for in her. Second, are you even in a position to bring something to her life? So again, it still starts with you. If you can't bring nothing to her life, why would you even ask her to be in yours? Because now you're asking her to replace your mom. And third, what do y'all have in common that's going to allow y'all to come together? Because the only 2 things you can do in a relationship is grow closer together or further apart. If she wants to be the best nurse possible, but you want to go sell drugs, that's not going to work. Or if she wants to strip and you want to be the pastor, that's not going to work. Y'all have to be traveling along similar lines. So as y'all are growing together, what you're doing externally grows as well, which then brings you closer together because both of what you're trying to do enhances the relationship itself. And the real question is, are you ready to be with one woman? Now, yes, I've seen you put your post up about polygamy and all of that.
Here we go. That ain't got nothing to do with this thing, though.
I ain't got a problem with that because if you want multiple women, that's fine. It don't change. Each person that you add still has to bring the same thing to the table.
Right.
It may not work for me, but if you want multiple people, that's fine. But do all of you, if that's what you into, have similar interests that's going to grow as all of you head out into the world. Now, at the beginning, it sounds great because folks are looking at the physical, but if you're really trying to have a relationship where y'all grow with each other, okay, do everybody understand their roles within the relationship and what they're going to be when you're within them? Now, it sounds good at the beginning, but some of us, as soon as the heat comes,
they don't read the fine print. They don't read the fine print.
Well, for me, I'm going to be honest with you. That's not my thing. My wife and I have been together 20 years, and we've been married 13. And any woman that can deal with me after the cheating and all that other foolishness is that I needed her because God granted her to me. God gifted her to me because God knew exactly what I needed. And she was exactly what I needed, and I was exactly what she needed. And we had to grow into what we've become. And once we got here, well, then I'm not worried about what she does. She doesn't worry about what I do because there's a lot that comes when love is real. But the problem is we keep saying I love after 2 days.
Well,
okay, that's cool. But now you're ready to put that work in that's required to now make that love something better.
Facts.
So love is just part of it. It's the work of the love that you two have that grow into something. And also we got to stop making these babies so fast.
Love ain't enough.
We have a chance. Exactly.
Okay.
So, go ahead.
Now, when we used to talk, we was talking about women one day, and you made an analogy for them. Do you remember that?
Actually, you have to let me know, bro. You know me. I'm getting now.
It was basically the law of attraction.
Okay.
How what they put out, they get back. But you worded it as, I believe it was a spider web. You like spiders a lot. I noticed that.
You know they're a gift, right?
What, spiders?
Yeah, spiders. You know how many insects they kill? And that they actually have no issues with humans. If you leave them alone, they won't bother you, but they will keep an ecosystem from destroying what's going on. Now that I'm in the country, I've learned this.
Well, the ones in Brownsville start beef. I kill them on a regular.
No, but what I'm saying is with the spider web, it's the same thing in a relationship. You got to put out, if you're trying to attract, whatever you're trying to attract, you got to lay out what you want to attract in that person. But once you have them, you have to slowly, if you watch a spider, spiders only move quickly when they're going to be hurt. And they know when they're going to be hurt. That's the so-called spidey sense. They know when they're going to get hurt and they get out of dodge quickly. But when it comes to eating, when it comes to how they handle the things that's going to be good to them, they move slow. They move deliberate. Many of us don't do that. Many of us don't take time to say, is this the person for me? You know why we don't? Because we haven't asked ourselves, am I good with me? And if you're not good with you and you're struggling with you, how are you going to bring somebody into that mix? I'm happily divorced. And people go, why you say that? That's disrespectful to your ex. No, it ain't. I'm happily divorced because I should have never got married because the anger that she has, I brought to the table because I should have never been with her. And she shouldn't have been with me, but we had 2 kids. And we were trying to do what we could with 2 boys and it was whatever, but I made sure I kept with my boys, but I should have never been with her because when I look back on what my wife and I go through now, why I put myself in that situation was foolish. What it was because I didn't know me. I wasn't ready to be no man. I was a whore. And a whore ain't no man. There's a whole different thing. Yeah, you have the gender of a man, but you ain't no man. That 3 letters is a very powerful thing that we take very lightly. I was a boy, just in man form. Because when you're chasing panties and that's all you want, that's what you're going to get. It's easy. Now, the question is, when you grow past the physical, when you go past all that, do you have somebody that you trust with your life? Do you have somebody that when you're sleeping is going to sit there and be like, damn, I'm glad he's next to me? And when you're sleeping, when you get up.
Sure the hell do. Don't I, babe? Yeah. Sorry.
These are the things that we're supposed to want. But if it's not talked about, if it's not discussed, if we just keep watching television, which we all know is centered on sex, but yet we keep sitting in front of it. And now it's folded over into social media. So how can we get mad at folks who say, why would you stop? First of all, let me get this. P.T. Barnum said it's a crime, a sin to not take the money from a stupid person. So why would people who put the programming out that they put out stop making money when you just we keep throwing it at them? And you put up a lot of things about, and have been for some time, about Black businesses and supporting Black folks and supporting. Well, the idea is that most of us don't know how to do it because we don't see the value in other brothers and sisters because we've been conditioned to believe other things are of value. I support chefs, I support authors, I support whoever. Even my marriage, my second marriage, we had an independent videographer, independent DJ, an independent limo driver. The brother was from Brooklyn, and we tried to use as many independent folks. So it's not a matter of talking, it's a matter of doing. So our wedding wound up being under $10,000 with the bulk of it on our trip to Jamaica.
Nice.
And we had the wedding in the backyard.
Nice.
It was a celebrate and having the folks that we wanted. So to what I say to everybody listening, and it's real simple, it starts with you. You can get all the gurus, the mentors. I have accountability brothers and sisters. I even have coaches that I work with because if I don't know something, I need to get it from somebody. But at the end of the day, what do you do with anything that you heard me say tonight? What are you going to do with it when you get off this call? Because, yeah, I entertained you for a good half an hour, maybe a little bit longer. But the real question is, what are you going to challenge yourself to be different now that you heard it? Or are you going to front like you didn't hear it and just clap your hands that I did real good, but go right back to the life that you're comfortable with? So that's the real challenge. It's not that you sat here in front of me, it's that God placed you right here, right now to hear me. So now what do you do when you hang up your phone?
Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, this was KL. Now y'all see, like, it's, on a personal level, it's so much that I can speak of that this man has helped me to formulate that I don't. Like, a lot of y'all I know think I'm crazy or I'm an asshole, but it takes a wise man to play a fool. And he's one of the reasons for that. I've said things to him, and he's the type of person where if you call him like, yo, I think I want to kill myself. So what you call me for?
At
that exact moment, you go, you know what, you're right. And then he hit you with so now you have a choice. You're going to either do what you do, or we're going to talk about what the hell's wrong with you. Like, listen, man, I thank you so much. Please let the people know your services. Oh, wait, I have one question.
Sure.
Because one of the things that I know that you do is counsel couples.
Yes.
What is the biggest obstacle that you're seeing amongst couples now?
The oldest, lack of communication, lack of strong understanding of each other's love language.
I fucking love this nigga.
I'm gonna leave you with what that is. Think of it this way: to all the couples.
Yeah, I promise you.
Your love language or your communication is like breathing. If only one is breathing out, both of you die. It's breathing. She breathes out in a conversation. If she breathes, if she's talking, I'm taking that in. So she's breathing and I'm taking it in. When I respond, I'm breathing out. She's taking it in. And for the communication to go back and forth, we are now breathing. And when you're breathing, you have what? Life. When that is removed, all that's left is death. Once the air is gone, once there's no communication, all that's left is death. So the biggest problem I see with couples that I sit down and talk to, they have no way to communicate what's wrong. He can't tell her he's hurting. She can't say, my father used to act the same way. My last boyfriend used to do the same thing. He can't say, my mom ruined me to the point that I see women through my mom's lens, and that's why I treat you like I treat you. And then now you funnel it into the kids. And when they come into the school and they acting crazy, I got to call you and say, yo, his ass is suspended because he beat up 3 women. And you go, I don't know why he put his hands on a female. Really, bro? Okay. But at the end of the day, it's the love language, and communication will always be the thing, because if you have strong communication, what I mean by that is able to have the difficult conversations even though they're going to hurt. Now, if you need a day or two, okay. And also knowing if your woman or your husband is the type that does not need to talk then. Can we talk about this tomorrow? Can we talk about that within the next couple of days? But if it's pressing, I know you don't like to talk over But we need to deal with this right here, right now, because it's that dire. Why? And then explain the why. Because I'm hurting, and what you said to me earlier really hurt me bad. You got to tell me something now. And the key is always why and how. 5 W's and an H. Who, what, where, when, why, and how. Everyone except for the why and how are easy. When, yeah, you got that. Where, you got that. When, you got that. But why? And how do we fix it? Why did you do it? How do we fix it? The last two are the most hardest things to deal with. And because we don't deal with it, we keep going back to, well, remember when and we were where we were? Come on, deal with the why, and then let's figure out the how. Can't do that if you don't talk. I can't figure out why a kid did what they do if I don't allow them to tell me why, because then the how comes from me, and there's that communication again. The why and the how is the communication. That's what couples are missing. It's the same thing with kids. I tell kids, I can't fix you. You're going to carry this rock up the mountain. I'm just going to help you as you get there. Sometimes I'm going to let you rest it on my shoulders, but you're going to carry it. But I promise you this, as we go up this mountain, the rock's going to get lighter. But you got to believe that. And if the kid don't believe it, then we'll be sitting right there at the bottom of the mountain looking at each other, because I'm not picking it up and carrying it for him. Why should I? And all you husbands, you haven't been trained to talk to your women in a way that she understands. Now, the ones who have been married for a long time get it, but you didn't start off that way.
Facts.
You had to
took
learn.
me years.
Well, most of us is as we were getting ready to get kicked out to the street and we didn't want to be homeless, that we realized I need to fix this because
Wow.
myself included, but you got to read it in my book. But that's what it is. But I'm here. I work with singles. I work with couples, as well as with the literary stuff. I show folks what to do with their books because I believe, my hashtag is real simple. We can fix this. And that hashtag means that I believe God has given us everything that we need to fix everything that's going on this planet, even this COVID thing. But the question is coming to the table and really wanting to fix it, which means you got to put your talents in this pot too, no matter what it is. And we can't joke about it. We have to really believe that we can fix the problems that we have. This is what I do. Counseling, listen, I counsel, it really takes care of itself. But what I do is I listen. Sometimes I might even have you take a personality test. Why? Because I want to show you what your personality test revealed to you. And now we can talk about it. And that third party allows me to show you, why do you think we have a whole office in Langley? The government has a whole office in Langley that deals with nothing but behavior. Why? Because as unique as we are, there's still something every one of us do in the same in certain situations because the brain is wired like that. What makes us unique is our talents. What makes us the same is we're all human. And as corny as that is, it's the truth. See, we want to believe that we're the greatest thing that ever lived in whatever talent area you have. But we all have the same brain. We all have 2 arms, 2 legs, and all the other anatomical parts. So there's going to be things that's similar. So let's figure that out. And then your talent will take you the rest of the way. Most of us don't even use our talents because we don't even know what they are. Because we never actually sat down and said, how can I figure out what that is? So anybody listening tonight, if you want to be different, you got to think different. And then you got to do something different.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is Mr. Keith K.L. Belvin, the OG. This is what an OG is, y'all. OG is not a dude who's in the same position as you, doing the same shit as you, telling you to do the shit that he probably don't have the balls to do. An OG is somebody who has lived shit and they can tell you, listen, this ain't why you want to do that. This ain't what you want. Or, all right, if that's what you want to do, let's look at how you can do it. You understand what I'm saying? If they don't bring no solutions, they're nothing but a problem. Thank you, big dog. Everybody, please follow, support. If you need any services, yo, holla at the man.
Facebook, Instagram, everywhere. Keith K.L. Belvin. Real simple. You can find me everywhere. Instagram, Facebook, Periscope. Keith K.L. Belvin. I'm on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday on Facebook Live, on YouTube Live, Periscope, and Facebook Live.
And if you bowl, you might see him in the bowling alley.
Yeah, well, you better bring some money then, because we're not talking therapy at that point. It's time for me to try to empty out your pockets, but that's a whole different thing for nothing.
Why is we gonna take a trip to Delaware? I'm putting 200 on the game. Me and Big Dog. You just hold the camera, Wise. But when I start losing, cut the camera off.
No, I'm gonna roll with the wife, bro, because she can go. You roll the camera. I'll roll with the wife. She got game.
I was about to say I'm nice in bowling, but the way he came off, I'm like, maybe.
Nah. Yo, I look. I seen his numbers. I'm just talking clean out my ass. I just want to go to Delaware. That's it. That is it. That was it.
We could go to Delaware.
Yeah.
Bowl with him and his wife.
Yeah.
Both of us get smashed. And then we drive back like, yo, why the fuck you bring me out here to get my ass smacked?
Right, and we can count how many gutters we had. So yeah,
I'm with it. No. When I say I can bowl, nigga, I can bowl. We ain't counting gutters.
So I'm the only one that's gonna need the bumpers. That's what you're telling me? All right.
Okay.
Watch.
Yeah,
watch.
Probably.
But
Well, I'm gonna get my ghetto bowl on. I'm gonna get my ghetto bowl on. Ladies and gentlemen, KL Belvin. Thank you, big dog. I appreciate you.
Thank you.
For
real.
Ladies and gentlemen.
For real.
Yeah, man. And if you know people like this that you have in your life, check in with them. You know what I mean? Check in with them when you need to recharge.
And I'm here. Let me just real quick, and I know I'm sorry to cut you, but my first session is free simply because I got to get brothers and sisters to the table. And don't worry about, well, I can't afford the brother. Because if you notice, I never said how much anything costs. My literary stuff is on my website. That takes care of itself. That's distinct services. It is what it is. When it comes to this counseling part, if you need help, reach out. We'll figure it out. And let's keep it a buck. If you can find money to buy Jordans, your weave, your nails, the new gear, whatever it is that you buy, you can take time out to put 2 or 3 sessions together to figure out a plan that's going to help you not only get your mind right, but just to put you at peace that somebody's willing to listen. We pay for the things that we want. It's time to start paying for the things that can actually help us, because we need to do that. We need to, and I think Ty said it, and I got to really tip my hat to him. When Ty talked about the changing of diet, especially with milk, I have been telling kids not to drink milk for the longest, and I actually got into a big argument with a parent when I said, we're not supposed to drink milk. We're the only animal that suckle from another animal. That's not the way it's supposed to be.
Right.
So
right.
It's like, but because think about it, if you got up under an udder and put it in your mouth, you'd be at the hospital. So the fact that you got to cook it and do all types of stuff.
In this day and age, ain't nobody gonna do that because that's glizzy.
Thank you. So at the end of the day, but I think Ty said it, but you got to look at the body, the mind, and the spirit. All 3 are connected, and when one is off, the body's not right. But here's the better thing. When you have a partner that walks into that and their mind, body, and spirit is connected and the 2 of y'all come together, there's no greater force ever seen on this planet between a man and a wife when they're together. No knocking on my LGBTQ fam, no greater. Now, I'm not saying you 2 can't. That's just my belief. You don't have to believe it. I'm not knocking. That's where the no judgment comes in. I don't ever say to somebody their way is not the way for the rest of the world. It's not for me. That doesn't mean you stop being who you are. It just means I don't rock with it and I'm okay with it. But that doesn't mean I'm not going to sit down and help you if you don't need help.
Right.
And we got to be able to come together like that. So I'm glad you guys are doing this. I'm glad you guys are here. If you ever need me back, let me know.
Oh yeah, you're gonna be back. We gotta get him some money wise. We gotta cash out him a couple of dollars. But
hell
yeah.
I'm gonna run. I got to get ready for my show, man. So again, everybody, listen, blessings. If you need to reach me, I'm easy to find, man. I'm here to help.
Thank you, sir. All right. Wow. Shout out to everybody who sat through the first half of this. I hope you got something out of it.
Later, guys.
So in closing, everything is connected. So you have to take care of your physical and your mental. You can't slack on one. You can't slack on the other. Like, salute to the brother Wise. Don't think I don't see you over there killing yourself to get your weight back down. I see you, player. But ladies and gentlemen,
in here, bro.
Yeah, I see you. Wait, come on, really? Wise is really gonna cause me to start taking steroids and shit. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, always look. Oh God, really? Save that for next Wednesday. I normally don't do this, but yeah. But yeah, seriously, ladies and gentlemen, your mental is very important, and at times sometimes it's more important than your physical. Those days when you push through or you say, fuck it, ain't nobody else gonna do it for me. Remember, when it's all over, take some time for yourself. And if you gotta beat up yourself, make sure you use a feather. That way you don't leave no bruises. Ladies and gentlemen, that was the first half. Thank you. Now we get ready for the open mic.
This nigga be spitting that shit, boy.
Yeah, well, you know. Now I get to unwind. Baby, pass me the lighter.